Yeah, I went and watched the monks walk for peace yesterday, and
Yeah, tell me about that, man. How was
it's
that?
all about well, it's all about mindfulness. That's what they talk about. So I was just interjecting that. Yeah, that's a hot topic for me right now. Now so they're walking. There's I want to say maybe 12 to 18 of them, and they're walking from Texas to Washington D.C. It's 2,300 miles, 120 days. They walk about 30 to 40 miles every day.
Holy shit.
Um,
Yeah.
and it's just to bring awareness to peace, to remind people to be peaceful and mindful, and so they're Buddhist monks. Of obviously they embrace the teachings of Buddha and just mindfulness and peace, and they're just walking from town to town, bringing awareness, and it was really cool.
Yeah, it's actually really funny because like the more you think about mindfulness, like what I was thinking about is like what you kind of tolerate, right? Like because like you're thinking about the things that you think about, but then if you think about the stuff that you probably tolerate that you probably shouldn't, which is
Mm.
like you cannot tolerate. I'm really guilty of this. I will happily sit there and run like 500 sequences in my head. Oh, like what's that? What's that quote, man? I should even look this up. Who is it?
Look it up.
There's a quote that goes like, I've seen like something. I don't know if it'll come up. It's something like I've seen many like terrible things in my life. Most of them were in my head.
Okay.
I think it's like I'm sure you'll find it, but like, um, but yeah, like I definitely tolerate that with myself, right? Like
No,
I know I'm not
it's
supposed to.
It's Mark Twain.
What's the quote?
I've lived through some terrible things in my life, some of which actually happened.
Yeah,
That's funny.
right. But that's so
Yeah.
true, though. That
I'm
is so true.
sorry. You're going to build up more tolerance to the tolerance, and it's going to build up over time. But it's just making that mindset that recognizing it. But I mean, it's easier said than done.
For sure. And this is, I mean, I was tying this back to the wake up in the 3 a.m. thing, right? Like where
Mm.
you wake up and your mind is just going, and you're like, this is not beneficial. Like if I can just stop my mind from going, I can go back to sleep. But you just tolerate, and it's almost like
Being awake, yeah.
yeah, it's like what I'm saying, and you just it's almost like you're. This is always my explanation on why I would let the thinking go, because I was like, oh, this is how I become prepared.
Mm.
People say like, hey, you need to be like, to be a strategic thinker. I'm like, oh, I can just think through everything, and I'm like, this is not strategic thinking. Like that is
Yeah.
not like what if like it's a new year, like we're sitting on December 31st for those of you listening, December 31st, 2025. What if like that was one of our goals for this year?
I think
It's
that's a
just to
really
kind of
great
put
goal.
it's just gonna put like a definition of what retirement could look like. And I don't think like this needs to be like some massive like I'm thinking of like it's not like all of a sudden you have like this math formulas floating. No, it's not that. It's just like it's just like sitting down and saying, hey, what would a decent retirement look like in my head, and then what does it and meeting with somebody to say, like, hey, this is what I want to do for retirement, right? What will actually get me there over the next 10, 5, 8, whatever the number is for you and for me and for the people listening. Just sitting down with somebody, and a lot of times those meetings are free, right?
Hmm.
Now, the downside of that is that somebody's going to be that on that other side of the table that says you've been screwing up, right? Like that's a
Oh
hard
yeah.
conversation. Or hey, you're not gonna get that life. Now you can aim for a different life, right? But at least you have that conversation. It's like going to the doctor and like instead of thinking you have cancer, knowing whether you do or you don't. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, it's like
We actually hired a financial planner this year, and we had our initial thing a month or so ago, and then January
nice.
12th we have like the real like first like let's figure things out. So exactly what you're saying. So yeah, I mean I'm sure it'll be a difficult conversation, but it's got to happen. It has to
It's
happen.
gotta happen, right? Like, and I think that like setting a goal for 2026 that if whether you act on it, don't act on it as in like you deploy the plan or not, that's a whole different question. But I think you should at least, or you should know, I should know, everybody that's listening should at least take one step, which is define what good looks like, and figure out, is good achievable, or do you need a different version of good, or do you keep version of good that you have defined, and then you build a plan to match what good looks like, right? Like